Shalom. Let me get straight into this lesson. I want you to observe this video that I'm about to play very closely. I'm not trying not to say too much, but I want you to watch this video, and it's gonna let you know what's really going on in this world. Mm-hmm. They run it all. You got all the mainstream media. It's all controlled narratives. They run the whole system, and this is their kingdom. It's known as the Amalekites. Let's keep going. Pause that. Top 10 universities. Huh. See that? Trump administration. All in blue or J-ish. Look at that. Screenshot it. 21st century. Look at that. NBC. Look at that. Screenshot it. NPR. Fox. It says 6J corporations control 96% of the media. I'm going to read a few of these. Showtime, TMZ, CNN, HBO, ESPN, Fox Sports. Keep going. Look at that. Screenshot it. It says there are 30 cabinet level positions in Biden administration. 16 are J people. That was the last administration. And they go to show you how the foreign policy and domestic policy is all orchestrated. Because these presidents are just puppets. You see who's the puppet master behind these policies, these agendas, these laws. AIPAC. Mm-hmm. Crazy work, right? So let me get into this. I want to get into this other video. Let me see if I can just skip it. Okay,
basic
cool.
New World Order,
Okay.
Illuminati, if you will, which is primarily run by the Rothschild family. The Rothschilds financed Stalin and the takeover of Russia, the Bolshevik Revolution 1917. They have financed the French Revolution. They financed World War II. They financed Hitler, and they were financing the U.S. So they believe in order out of chaos. You fund both sides of a war, and whichever side wins, you got their vote. Because you're their paymaster. You've given them their money. You control their financial supply, which means you can control the government. Okay? And you profit no matter what. Right. And also what happens is that the war stimulates the economy, so you get much more infrastructure and much more buildings coming out of it. That's why, for example...
Well, you see what it is. Now I'm going to get into this last video. and then I'm gonna hit some scriptures. But you see, this ain't anti-Semitic. I'm just bringing that information because what they'll do is call this video anti-Semitic. Which there's no such thing as anti-Semitic. That's a made-up word. I'm gonna get into that definition. It's anti-Shemitic. And you can't be, if we look, Semitic is no such thing as Semitic people. And anti just mean against. So when we bring the truth out and other people bring the truth out, they get their videos taken down. But I thought we were supposed to have freedom of speech. So that goes to show you that's all a lie. So I'm going to play this video. It says George Bush and John Kerry, the members of Skull and Bones Secret Society. I want you to remember that word. Remember the Illuminati, all that. Secret Society. Check this out. Now, these were sitting presidents. Remember, they were presidents of the United States of America is a corporation. That's why they have the same structure as a Fortune 500 company. With the president, that's why you think, where you think they get the word president from? You go to the, what company is this? Enterprise, the rental car company. They have a what? They have a president. They have a vice president. You go in any of these Fortune 500 companies, they got a president, vice president, the same structure as the United States so-called government. Let's keep going.
Secret society. It's so secret we can't talk about it. What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go wild.
Sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the red.
Number 322.
First of all, he's not the nominee, and but look, I look
Are
forward.
you prepared to lose?
No, I'm not going to lose.
You both were members of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us? Not much, because it's a secret. Is there a secret handshake? Is there a secret code?
I wish there were something secret I could manifest.
322, secret number?
There are all kinds of secrets, Tim, but one thing is not a secret. I disagree with this president's direction that he's taking the country.
You see, they all juiced in. They playing the game on you people. That's why they got the Democrat and Republican Party, and people so dumb. Most people still haven't woke up to that illusion. They control both sides. And let's go here. You see who's running the world. I showed you in that first video who's running the world, who's running America, who's running the financial system, who's running everything. And these are Edomites. This happened to be the head tribe of the nation of Edom. Job 9:24. It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The earth is given into of the control of the wicked. Who is the Khazars? Edomites. Matter of fact, 1 second, Salakia. Because I go into my book, Who is Esau Edom? I did a lesson on that recently. And the Khazars goes back to Mount Seir. Mount Seir was the Edomites' original home. A lot of you jakes like to say the Caucasus Mountains, the Caucasus Mountains. That was when the so-called Dark Ages, when so-called black men ruled the world. There's a second home. But their first original home is Mount Seir. They're Edomites. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So you have this division with this Judeo-Christianity alliance. So a lot of these so-called rabbis, these Jewish rabbis, refer to the America as Esav. What does that mean? They're trying to say them the Edomites, but what they don't understand, these so-called rabbis, and some of them know, they are Edomites too. Edomites against Edomites. And these stupid Christians don't have no idea that the people, when you say pray for Israel, first off, you've been taught to say that because you don't know better. Most Christians are dumb. They don't know shit. But the reason why they say pray for the Amalekites, which are Edomites, but they call them Israeli, is to put you under that witchcraft. Because they know the American Christian don't know shit. That's why they refer to them as Goyim, cattle, sheeple. And a lot of you dumb Christians support the state of Israel because your pastor told you to do it, because it's that movement in America right? And do you know these people actually hate you? They spit on your so-called white Jesus. They don't even believe in him. Your so-called white Jesus. That ain't his name anyway. And he wasn't a so-called white man. He was a so-called black man. His name was Yahweh Shai. His name still is Yahweh Shai. So the stupid Christians, especially the Edomite Christians over here, don't know shit. And those J people, they don't know shit either. Really, they know more than your American Christian because they don't even believe in the Bible. Dumb Christian. They believe in the Babylonian Talmud. That's where they do all they business, they belief out of, rather. That's what they believe in. But a stupid Christian don't know that. Let's go here. But everything's been exposed, like the book of Luke 8:17 says. Isaiah 29:15. They might take this video down because it's so heavy. Too much condemning information in this video, this lesson. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel, Illuminati, from Yahweh Ba and Shem Yahweh Shai. And their works are in the dark. So what they doing in this is secret society. Because when you do something in the dark, people can't see. And they say, who seeth us? So we're able to figure out what we're doing, our plots, our schemes. That every major movement in America was, J people was behind it. It says, and who knoweth us? So who know and able to figure out who we are, what we doing, because they refer to the American population as goyim, sheeple, dumb eaters, dumb, useless eaters. And a lot of these Americans are dumb, useless eaters. Let's go here. Let's go to this word anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism. It says come from German. Coined in 1879 by William Marr to give so-called hatred, right? So look, this is a created word coined in 1879. This word does not have no, really it doesn't have any meaning. It's just a meaning that they created. It's anti-Shemitic, if you want to go there, because the Edomites are Shemitic. They're Hebrew Edomites, and we are Hebrew Israelites. And that's why they got so much confusion, and they created their own ethnicities that people stupidly follow to this very day, like black and white. Craziest shit you can ever conjure up. And people don't slow down and think about what they're saying because they're under that spell. If they actually slowed down and thought about what they were saying, they would understand it was foolishness. You see what I'm saying? Let's go here. It says, what is a secret society? Remember, Skull and Bones, you got the Illuminati, Freemasons, all of them. They have to take an oath to secrecy. It says a secret society is a clandestine organization that conceals its existence. It conceals its activities. It conceals membership. It says it conceals inner workings from the public. We just went into that. It says often using exclusive rituals, symbols, and oaths that foster strong bonds among members who share specific interests. You hear this? So I can go a lot deeper, but look, they do the symbolism, they do the signs, it's everywhere. A lot of these so-called celebrities are down with this. And it comes with rituals, rites that they have to do, rituals, and so on and so forth. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rahat, Kodash. Shalom.